Louisiana beer reviews, Abita PB and jams. We did a duo review, and here's a solo review. Now, my friend David liked it so much he went out and bought a whole 6-pack. He liked it, and he was sending me emails talking about, well, I find that what do you say, either the strawberry jam or the peanut butter was fading on it, but he liked it. And he's not too much for flavor beers, believe me. So it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's 8% alcohol. Brewed and bottled by Abita Brewing Company, Abita Springs, Louisiana. What is it exactly? It's a malt beverage with natural flavors. They use lager yeast. They use Pilsner malt and wheat for the grains, and the hops are German Pearl and tradition hops. And they have whatever this flavoring is. Natural. It's natural flavoring. A little smoke there on this gloomy day. Lighting won't be very good. Medium off-white head, and the appearance is, well, golden. Guess that's golden. Yeah, golden, like a Abita Andy Gator. Andy Gator is 8%. They make an Andy Gator. That's a Helles Doppelbock. They make Andy Gator Straw Gator, which is mixed with their Louisiana strawberry puree. I guess they're probably using the same thing to make the strawberry jam flavor, and I don't know what kind of peanut butter flavoring they're using. It's natural. Oh, it smells like if you had a breakfast biscuit and you put peanut butter, like say Skippy. That's what I'm thinking of, and like Welch's strawberry jam. I know it's not really that, but it's making me think of that. And it's a real strong aroma, and I'm thinking of other items, but I'm having trouble pinning it down. Some kind of peanut butter. Now, David was saying circus peanuts. There were Mexican peanuts with the red skin on them. I didn't realize there was a difference, but then I had never thought about it, and I realized that some peanuts have that red skin and some don't. He said they're from Mexico. So it kind of has that. Let's go with the taste. No salt. You're not going to have any salt. I had a chance to buy Dos Equis salt and lime. I didn't buy it. I said, I don't know if I could bear drinking another beer with salt. My friend David wanted to do the Budweiser Clamato Chelada Picante, which has salt. It's like a sort of like a clam broth tomato soup spicy beer. But I can't take too much salty beers. I'd actually rather not be drink any. It's a bizarre product. It tastes like strawberry jam, or even strawberry preserves. If it's strawberry, I'm thinking that's what they're using, because the Abita Brewing Company is one parish east of Tangipahoa Parish, which has so many strawberry farms. And you see people selling Louisiana strawberries on the side of the highway, like on US Highway 51. They'd be selling strawberries from these flats, and we went up there and picked them one time. It's cheaper if you pick them yourself, but it's a lot of work. But most people, they just buy them from the side of the road. And that's what this tastes like. It's got that acidity of strawberries too, so it's got to be that. I mean, they're right next door. I mean, we talking 35 miles east down U.S. Highway 190 or Interstate 12 from all of those strawberry farms. So it may not even be that far. And in some cases, it might be 25 miles. But we talking about close, so there's be no real shipping costs. They might have a good little deal with the farmers. Now the peanut butter flavor, it's there, and I know David said it faded. It faded. I don't know if it really faded because when we did the initial review, well, maybe because that did have a stronger peanut butter flavor. But we had done one beer and then another beer and then another beer and then we followed up with this, so I could have put things out of whack. The flavors meld perfectly, resulting, I agree with that, in a medium-bodied brew. Medium-bodied? Maybe slightly high medium, but yeah, I'll go along with that. Subtle sweetness. Yeah, and they ought to put sort of like strawberry acidity, which I know a lot of people don't like that. Take one more sip. The finish is mostly dry though. Yeah. This happens a lot of times in flavored beers. Actually, my experience, it happens most of the time in flavored beers. The initial rush when you release the beer, you open the cap or the can and you release it and you pour it, it'll just be aromas of, like in this case, peanuts, peanut butter, and the flavor, and then it just drops. You say, it's the age. I don't believe that. It's just, I can get super fresh ones and it'll do the same thing, it'll just drop. So I'm not going to try to figure out that code. I could figure it out. It's in black at the bottom of this dark brown bottle, but it's not worth it. I know the stuff's not really old. So it will happen. It'll just drop off, and then you just get like a beer flavor. That grows, in this case, Doppelbock, Helles Doppelbock. That grows, and then the flavorings fade. Now, what are these? A lot of these mass-produced flavored malt beverages, this is an independent craft brewery, but mass-produced like your Mike's Harder, Smirnoff Ice Smash, and those are 8% also. Natty Rush, which is fading away. Still Reserve Alloy series, going strong. Most of them are using natural flavoring. So they're all 8. They'll keep their flavor. Like the first sip is the same as the last, the middle and the last. And I think the reason for those, they're super sugary, but that's just the style. But they're flavored malt beverages like this. But the thing about those, they get the beer down to almost like a clear, odorless, colorless base. They try to make it like vodka. I've read this on like Mike's Harder, I think, website. And so then they adding the flavor in this like real sort of regimented, scientific way, and it just keeps it level throughout. Now here they're just adding flavor to a Helles Doppelbock, which they haven't reduced to that grain base. Yeah, so it doesn't really hold it. You still get the acidity of the strawberry puree, The peanut butter taste is gone. He's right. I got to talk to him about this. And now you're just getting an underlying high gravity malt liquor flavor, similar to of course you don't have corn or rice in this one. Well, similar to to Abita Andigator, which I think is sold pretty much all across the United States these days. A lot of y'all have had it, so still, it's a lot more pleasant flavor overall than I think that those Smirnoff Ice Smash and the Kinky and all of those 8%ers. Then you got the 10s and the 12s and the 14s. But the juice, I had the 10% juice, Joose. Bought those in Mississippi a couple of times. Those are like cavity sugar sweetness. But they're naturally flavored. This, I guess, is a little more higher quality craft beer thing you're dealing with. Yeah, the peanut butter is still holding on the nose, but not the flavor. Still in all, Abita, that's sort of like their working model these days. Flavored beers, lagers or ales, pecan, raspberry, strawberry, blueberry, peanut butter, and so on. Even oysters. So, I mean, and there was a hot, like a crab boil flavor one that didn't last too long, but I thought it was interesting. Tastes like crab oil. Guess if you want to drink a beer that tastes like crab oil. So that's really where they're getting a lot of traction right now, flavored beers. So, I mean, I don't blame them. Chase the money, heck. So I'll score it about 93. 9.3 out of 10. And a most excellent product, an A. If you get a chance, try it. Buy it and try it. You probably like it. I know I'm enjoying it. So, lazy, bon temps relay. Y'all go to Abita Springs, Louisiana, and tour the Abita Brewery.